YouTube, what's up? It's your boy Antha Barber coming back at you with another haircut tutorial. In this video, I'm going to be doing a high taper with nothing off the top. I like to begin each cut by brushing or combing out my client's hair and getting everything to lay in its natural direction. Alright, so I'm going to start this taper off in the back. So I'm going to come in with my gamma trimmer, creating my first guideline, which is going to be my bald guide. So now that my bald guideline was created, I'm going to come in with my BABYLISS foil shaver and I'm going to completely bald out that guide, flicking out as I get towards the top of the guideline created. So now I'm going to come in with my Stylecraft ERGO with the lever fully open, and I'm going to begin to set and create my next guideline. During my client consultation, my client couldn't stress to me enough about the complications that he has back here towards his occipital bone, and he has two really good sized indents. So he highly stressed that he wanted to keep this area dark but still have a nice taper. So I'm not setting my guidelines in like I typically would. I'm kind of compacting these ones, if that's the correct word. I'm downsizing them, and I'm doing this to just proceed with caution because I don't know what lies underneath. So once my guide was created with that lever fully open, you'd seen that I closed my lever and I begin to blend from the bottom of that guide right back up towards the top. And this ERGO has notches on the side, so I literally just followed the steps through the notches on the side, and we could all see that that blended out nicely. So right here I'm coming in with my WAHL #1 guard with the lever fully open, and I'm creating my next guideline. I did give myself the same amount of space that I gave myself with the previous guide. That way I keep everything consistent with this blend. And once this guide's created with the lever fully open, you see that I just closed the lever. Now I'm going to clean up everything underneath it. So I'm going to take this one closed right up to underneath where I just left off with that one fully open. So typically that one closed tends to leave weight behind, and right where I just showed you was the weight that I noticed. So I'm going to come in with my WAHL half guard with the lever fully open, and I'm going to begin to attack right above the weight that I see. Again, that's right above the weight that I see, and then I'm going to use that fade down process, meaning I'm going to close my lever as needed, working my way down until this guide's completely blended out. Alright, so I know my client wants to keep it really dark in this area, and I know the reasons why. So again, I'm going to proceed with caution. So right here I'm coming in with my WAHL #4 guard with the lever fully open, and I'm just kind of establishing a perimeter, an area that I want to blend into so I don't take this too high and I keep that darkness. And so what you're going to see me do right here is what I like to call the fade down process. So I'm going to come in with my #4 guard with the lever fully open, flicking out as I get towards the top because I'm not trying to set anything harsh in as far as the guide. Once I clean everything up with the #4 open, I'm then going to close it and clean up everything underneath that. And then I'm going to follow it up by coming in with the #3 with the lever fully open and attacking right below where I just left off with that #4 closed. And then I'm going to close that #3 and continue to work my way down. Then I'm going to jump to the #2 guard, repeat the same step, and then I'm going to jump to the 1.5 guard and repeat the same exact step. Alright, so while we watch myself work my way through all these steps, I just wanted to say that I typically don't take this many steps. However, I am trying to proceed with caution because my client made it seem like he got a nightmare back here, but the more I work my way through it, the more I'm understanding what he's saying and the more I'm understanding what he wants. And so by the next time I cut his hair, I now know what I can and what I can't do, as far as, you know, what I can get away with, what I can't get away with, areas to avoid, things like that. And to me, that's something that's really important, is that you try to remember these clients' haircuts the best that you can. Not just how they like it, but the areas that you have to learn to avoid or pay more attention to, because those are the things that are really going to help you stand out when it comes to your client making that decision. Who do I want my barber to be?
Damn it, Tito. Another one?
So now that I made it through my step work, I'm noticing some weight left behind. So I'm going to clean that up using my WAHL #1 guard with the lever fully open. And I'm just detailing right here, trying to clean this taper up and really bring it together. So I'll use the corner of the blade whenever possible. I'll use the full blade when necessary. I'll close the lever if necessary. Whatever it takes to really bring that blend together is what I'm going to do. So now that my neck taper is starting to come together, I'm going to go ahead and jump to my side taper. And right here, I'm literally going to repeat the same exact steps, so I'm not going to walk you guys through this. However, I did let this run in real time because I wanted you guys to get a good, clear view of how these Stylecraft Ergos actually cut. They're really dope, and if you guys are curious about my opinion, get active in that comment section below and let me know that you would like to see a full barber review. Since I've gotten these, I've used them every day from the beginning of the day to the end of the day, and just to sum them up, they're dope. And if you want to know the reasons why, again, get active in that comment section below. As far as everything else goes, I'm just really happy to be back. I'm going to start dropping consistently every Monday, and if I could get another drop in between then, I'll do so. But right now I'm going to commit to every Monday. I don't necessarily have a time, but I'm going to shoot for 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So make sure you turn on that post notification bell. I got some giveaways coming up. I'm going to do a 45K giveaway. I'm going to give away a Tune 45 power mat. And I'm also going to celebrate 50K when we hit it. And I don't necessarily know what I'm going to be giving away then. But just make sure you have that post notification bell so you don't miss these jewels that I drop.
Tito, another one?
Alright, so now that I'm done with my taper step work, I'm going to kind of finalize and bring everything together. So I'm going to use clipper over comb to do that. And you're going to notice that I'm constantly maintaining a slight 45-degree angle with my comb. And that's because I want to maintain the shape that I created. I just want to remove the weight that I see. And there's not a whole lot. So I am using a number 1 guard on my clipper with the lever fully open. And a lot of people always say, well, what does that do? What does that do? Well, that allows me not to be as committed as if I were to just come in with no guard, with just the lever open or closed. I mean, it's going to give a really sharp cut, especially when you use fade blades. So this just kind of allows it to kind of texturize it, if you will, and to just remove a little bit, because that's all I'm looking to remove. Alright, so here's a look at the final cut. If you got anything useful out this, I ask that you smash that like button. If you're new to my channel, I suggest you stick around. It's only going to get doper from here. I appreciate y'all. Be blessed and be a blessing. I'm out.